Hey everyone, how's it going? Pixels here, and I cannot believe I am making this video. I just couldn't imagine this even happening, to be honest. I did point out a couple of times that it could potentially happen when I did used to cover Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but finally the game is going to be shifting developer studios. Now this is a big change and something that I haven't seen happen in a video game in a long time, if at all, to be honest, because in recent memory, every game, if it comes out and just dies, and most of the time the publisher gives up on it, stops wanting to fund it and stuff like that. But actually seeing Gun taking some initiative, and I did hear a while back a little rumor, I'm not going to mention who from, that they were planning on trying to shift the studio around. And I did mention this a couple of times while I did used to stream the game last year. So it is quite interesting. And to be honest, even thinking about it, I'm not even sure if I would go back to even playing the game, or, I just felt like I owed it to a lot of people who still subscribe to me for TCM content or ASIM content in general to make a sort of an update video on that. And I really don't know if this is going to make me go back to the game. I would have to see, who are they getting to take over, because I've looked around and I can't see who's actually taking over the game in terms of the development or what the time frame is on that. Obviously, it's going to take a lot of time for the new devs to settle in and to get used to the game and, learning all the how the code is working and stuff like that. So I don't know how all that's going to entail or the time frame on that, but it could be an exciting time for TCM going into season 2. Or the second year of the game, should we say. And we're not getting any content for a while in terms of DLC characters. I know yesterday you guys who actually play the game got some content updates, which was all right, I guess. But yeah, as far as me returning back to the game, I would have to wait and see. Potentially in year 2 I could make a change. Who knows? Currently I'm covering Suicide Squad, and the development right now on that game is not going fantastic. The game couldn't really afford many losses after the launch and the hate it received from a lot of people in that game. And it's sadly fallen below par and expectations of people who spent a lot of money on that game. And obviously a lot of people are going to be frustrated, and I'm frustrated with it, despite being one of the more positive faces of the game and on YouTube and doing content for that game. And I just keep seeming to pick the wrong games to cover on this channel. But I'm sticking with Suicide Squad right now. I'm still having a lot of fun with the game, despite its flaws and bugs and the lack of updates coming from the development team. And hopefully, that game can have a little turnaround there. And who knows, maybe later on down the line, I might go back to ASIMs, doing Killer Clowns and TCM hand in hand. Could be an option. Or we could go in a different direction on this channel and start really going into looter shooters more with Suicide Squad, the first Descendant coming out, and a bunch of other looter shooters, and even maybe some action RPGs. But we'll have to wait and see what happens and how well received it is from my audience and seeing what goes on with there. But yeah, I mean, all in all, I think it's been an interesting day for news, especially we got the developer update for Suicide Squad. Then we've had this update about TCM getting a completely new dev team. Let's hope they can turn things around, I guess, and being positive about that. And yeah, I mean, I gotta hand it a Gun, despite me hating on them and shitting on them for their decision making. It took some really big balls and initiative to actually uproot and change development team completely. And from what I've said in my quote unquote negative videos from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, was that Sumo Nottingham were just way out their depth and didn't realize what they got themselves into. We suffered with them for a long time. You could tell they were just inexperienced in making an ASIM game. Obviously, they were a racing car development team and they were a small dev team. But let's see what Gun have to offer here and what type of financial situation they're in terms of investing in a big dev team and potentially even AAA developers, to where we can make, get patches faster, get content faster, and it could turn the game around. Maybe they're not done with the game yet and just accepting defeat from Dead by Daylight. And who knows, maybe they can turn it around and go toe-to-toe with Dead by Daylight. We'll have to see. And in my opinion, like I've always said, TCM is a far better game than Dead by Daylight. I still say Evil Dead is the best, though. Non-biased there, non-biased. But anyways, I just want to give you guys a little update there. Thank you so much for watching the video. Leave me a comment, let me know your thoughts on them shifting development teams. Hit that like button, hit that sub button on this channel as well. And I've been Pixels, my awesome viewers. I'll catch you guys in the next one.